swag. Hey, what's up? I'm Ryan Gebhardt, aka Homefly99, aka Gucci Mane. The reason I'm making this video is to shut you guys up. Seriously, I'm not even kidding right now. Before I go any further, this is a Revolution deck. I've been skating them since 2009. I've received so many comments on videos asking, what type of board is that? Is that made of plastic? Can you still do board size? Does that board break easily? If you don't believe me, you can check out my videos, The Search for Josh and Game of Skate vs. Eminem. Their comments are just flooded with questions about Revolution decks. Eminem even asked me about the Rev deck.
I make videos on these decks all the time.
What's with those decks?
They're amazing.
Okay, well I kind of rubbed it in his face. Kind of forced him to. But, you know, whatever. Same difference. So I'm here to clear the air once and for all. I give you Revolution skateboards. Now you might be asking the same questions I've been asked a million times. Are those made of plastic? No! Well, yes. Kinda. It's a thin sheet of plastic over a piece of carbon graphite or something. I don't know. Why does it have those holes in them? I believe it's to make the board lighter. Can you still do board slides on them? Yeah, they're actually a little bit smoother than wooden decks in my opinion. Are they light? But I don't know. Let's go find out. Alright, it's zeroed out. Size 8 Revolution, size 8 Real. Let's see what we got. .266. .680. If you can see that. Slide this down a little bit. 2.684 actually. Zero, there it goes. Yeah, so actually the Revolution is a bit lighter than the wooden deck, so yeah. There's that question out the way. Now, the last few questions are all leading to me doing the same rant. So, I'm just going to cover them all at once. How much do they cost? Why do they cost so much? Are they worth the money? And what size should you get? Well, 130, I don't know. It depends, and that's all a preference. Now, I've had about 5 of these, but I only have 3 right now. I gave one to a friend, and one I actually sent back to Revolution so they could, like, do whatever with it, because I broke it. But I do still have one of every size, and I'm going to say this right now, I've never tried out the, soft selection on the, stiff versus soft, or whatever it is. So, I can't answer any questions about that. I've always done stiff, so that's whatever. This is the 7.5 size. As you can see, I snapped it down the middle. I actually have the video, I think.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was an overall okay board. It had a lot of pop, and it lasted an okay time. It was pretty slow. It was pretty small though. This is the size 8. It's pretty comfortable, and it started out with a lot of pop, but then, as you can see, the tail got a little flimsy, and it started to flake apart, and now there's not much of a tail left at all. But the nose does still work perfectly good, although this is kind of off-putting. But the tail thing is a bit of a recurring problem, as it's happened to both of my size 8s and my size 8.1, aka vert, but I'll get back to that. As you can see, you know, it's been through a lot, but it did last me a very long time. I've had it since July, and I also let a friend borrow it after I was done with it for about a month, and I just recently got it back. So yeah, that's the kind of damage. But overall, I could still skate it if I wanted to because of the nose, and it still flips up here, believe it or not. So yeah. Then there is the 8.1, aka vert size. This was a huge disappointment. I bought it not even a month ago, and it's already not only flimsy on the tail, but also it's flimsy in the nose and in the center. So yeah, let me show you that really quick. Let me show you how flimsy this is. Remember, this has only been, hasn't even been a month yet. This will be the tail, I believe. Yeah, this is the tail. Look at that. I didn't break this while skating it. I went to go skate one morning and I noticed it was just completely flimsy. The whole board. I don't leave my boards outside, by the way. I'm not that stupid. This would be the nose right here. It is a little bit less flimsy, but still lacking in pop nonetheless. And this isn't even my whole body weight. So imagine trying to do tricks on this. And then finally, the center. You can hear it snapping and making little noises. Yeah. None of my Revolutions ever really had a problem with flimsiness in the center. This one just kind of broke out at random. This one's still very stiff in the center. This one just... this board's... this board. I skated every single one of these almost every single day I had them. And, here's my overall opinion. Not bad. These decks are sturdier than standard wood decks and have a lot of pop and a very slick slide. They're also they're very light, as you saw earlier, and the pop lasts the life of the board. And by the life of the board, I mean before cracking, chipping, and overall just destruction. Although the downfalls are also very apparent. They do break, sometimes faster than others. And like I said, your size preference is totally up to you. I recommend the size 8 because of its durability. The tail did crack and delaminate, but it lasted a really long while before it did that, as opposed to the 7.5, which cracked down the middle after about 3 months, and the 8.1, which I haven't even had for a month yet, and it's already starting to fall apart. I love these decks. I would recommend them to anybody, but I mean, if you're skeptical, I don't judge you. It's all opinion. I prefer them because they're light and very durable. I slap a lot of wooden decks. This, I would say, this goes down to the floor. I can't really see it because the lighting's bad in here, but there are a lot of decks here. Not 100% are mine. I'd say maybe less than 10 don't belong to me, but it's a lot of money. But if you don't have that problem, lucky you. If you're interested in buying or even just learning more about Revolutions, you can go to their website. It is revdec.com, revdec.com. You can read about them, watch videos on them, buy one, call them, tell them what's up, whatever. So yeah, basic review. If I'm going to go as short as possible, I like the decks myself. I don't think they're for everyone, but I would recommend buying one to anybody, skinny, fat, breaks boards, doesn't break boards, because it's it's an enlightening experience, and you might just love them. My skill increased significantly when I started skating them. If you have any other questions about Revolution, Rev decks, anything like that, you can ask me in the comments, or better yet, you can talk to one of them. They're really nice people. I've talked to them quite a lot. They're pretty cool. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment, do whatever. Subscribe to me if you already haven't. That'd be fucking awesome. Fuck yeah, Steve's butter.